What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Panthers advice. Today, man, a lot to talk about. I know it's kind of a surprise stream, but I was like, all the moves the Panthers are making, we got to talk about. So I'm going to wait a couple minutes. All right. Let some people join real quick. All right. If you're watching this after the live stream, just feel free to fast forward. I'm just going to give it a couple minutes real quick. Hope everyone's doing good so far. Almost the middle of March. Brackets coming up, baby. I'm excited. So I give it a few minutes, let some people join real quick, and then we got a lot to talk about. Antonio, my man, what's going on, my guy? What is going on? How are you doing today? Appreciate it. Appreciate it as always. Love the support. Man, a lot of moves. A lot of moves, baby. Keep pounding. Yes, sir. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, Hecker and Xavier Woods both ended up in Tennessee. That's interesting. Xavier Woods, no longer a Panther, ends up in Tennessee along with Johnny Hecker. And I did not expect that, to be honest with you. Both of them end up in Tennessee. Interesting. I mean, good luck to Xavier Woods. I mean, he wasn't a bad, I don't think he was a bad safety, but I just never understood keeping him at free safety. The same thing kept happening time and time again, man. What's going on, Cruz? How we doing? How are we doing on this fine Tuesday evening? All right, what, about 3 minutes in. What do we want to talk about first? What do we want to talk about first? First, let's talk about Tre'von. Tre'von Moehrig, I think that's how you say his name. I'm happy the Panthers did this. All right, a lot of teams wanted Tre'von. And the word around town about Tre'von to know about is they're gonna stuff him in the box. So if you look right here at the depth chart, all right, let's see if I open this up a little bit more. Xavier Woods is gone. They got Tre'von right here playing strong safety. So on top of them going crazy with the defensive line, you bring in a safety who's going to stack the box too. We should be able to stop the run better than what we did this past year. And if you look at Cruz real quick, what'd she say? Each player money is important. That's not a good decision. As far as which signing, because I mean, so far, I'm okay with the signings. Now I know some people have said they might have paid a couple, overpaid. I think Tershon was one, Tre'von was another one. But I mean, hey, we got to make moves. We have to make moves because the Panthers' run defense last year was, that football's going to fall. Panthers' run defense last year was so bad. It was abysmal, guys. Who else we got? Yeah, Jaycee Horn extended. I know that's another one where people are like, again, Jaycee Horn, the thing with him is if he stays healthy, easily worth the money. If he gets hurt, it's one of those you can't win, right? Because if he stays healthy for the first 2 years, like, okay, success, but what if he gets hurt after that? And you're like, why do they pay him all this money? The Jaycee Horn one is going to be one where every game and every season you're just hoping for at least 3 of the 4 seasons to get basically all Pro Bowl level play from him. That's what we're hoping for to get out of Jaycee Horn. We saved money on the Horn deal. Yeah. And he got paid some change. I think he deserved it. But man, if he gets hurt, it's going to be rough. Because I know there's going to be a lot of people who are saying, why did you pay a guy who's injured? I get it. But I mean, to me, he's kind of worth it. So let's see what else we got. Release Miles Sanders. I think I think most of us saw that coming for the most part. Now at running back, we got Chuba, Brooks. I think they're going to let Raheem walk. I think Mike Boone's probably going to come back. He'll play preseason, then he'll go back to the practice squad, to be honest with you. That's most likely how that's going to turn out. So the Panthers, I'd like to believe, I think they have what? Let me double check real quick. I think they have 8 draft picks. I think they have more than 7. Let me double check real quick. But if they have 8 draft pick, I think one is definitely going to be a running back. Let me check real quick, though. Dun, 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 dun. Bulls of Panthers draft picks for 2025. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 draft picks. So one of those will definitely be a running back. All right. Let's see what we got right here. If we draft Pierce Maxwell, I think draft Pierce Maxwell Cam, I think perfect offseason, or Starks. We see what happens there. All right. Third round Cam, we have 7 picks, so we got 2 more. I mean, it's just going to depend on who's there, Corbin, I would think. Let's see. Who else are we going to talk about? We got – who else? Brady Christensen and Austin Corbett, bringing both those guys back. That's huge. We need depth. You know, the Panthers have struggled O-line play so much the last few years. So, I mean, you're already set there as it is, and you get Corbett, you get Christensen, guys who can fill in depth. Let's say guys get tired. Bang, you bring them in. Can Cam come? No, Cam's done. Cam is done. Cam is done. Andy Dalton coming back. Jeez. That's huge too. All right. Bryce Young, he has a backup. I like it. Andy Dalton wasn't bad. So right there, I mean, you look at this, you got to be happy, I would think, guys. I don't know that there's any move I'm mad at. Michael Jackson, 2 years, 14.5, and not all of that's guaranteed either. You got Patrick Jones, who I got to do a little bit more research on. 2 year, $20 million. To me, none of these contracts are that crazy. I mean, the Tre'von one, sure, but it's kind of that what supply and demand. Safety wise, Tre'von was up there, a lot of demand. Not a high supply of great safety, so sometimes you have to overpay for that. Tershawn, I was shocked a little bit. All right, but, you know, I trust the Panthers based off the draft they did last year. What I mean by that is if you get rid of XL and Brooks, all right, because I think they took XL because he was a hometown guy. I think they took Brooks because that's who Dave wanted. If you get rid of those two, and you look at the rest of the draft picks, Tre'von, Jatavion, Shaw Smith-Wade, Barrett, who they traded for to get Mike Jackson, Crumdy, to me, they hit. So as I'm looking at who they signed, honestly, I don't have any complaints. Dylan said, is Cooper Kupp in the mix? It just depends on how much he wants. And then where do the Panthers play him? I mean, if we look at our depth chart real quick, where would Cooper fit? So we got, not that Cooper wouldn't fit anyway, but Thielen, Leggett, Coker. I don't know that Cooper would fit in this offense nicely. I mean, he's going to fit in any offense, but I don't think he sees a perfect fit here, to be honest with you. Let's see. Ayuk is good, yes. Panthers don't need a receiver besides a second or later or a cheap Ayuk. We need a receiver. And we don't need to go overpay for one, right? But we definitely need a receiver of some sort because I think Coker's a great number 2. Adam Thielen's number 3. Leggett can be a number 1 with time. I just don't think he's there yet. And really, when you say number 1 receiver, the number 1, it's not even really truly a number 1 anymore, right? It's essentially a faster number 2 with some size. Ayuka's good. Agreed. Dan Morgan, best GM. We'll see what happens. What's going on, my guy? How we doing? Welcome to the stream. How's your Tuesday evening going? Like Trey, what else we got? What do y'all want that older receiver that stays hurt? Damon, I think, it's just like I want whatever I can have. And Cooper Kupp's a free agent, so it's like, hey, I want that without thinking about the repercussions, right? So I think that's why a lot of people want Cooper Kupp, is because of that. Is Dan Morgan? That's a lot. Who do I think we draft? Case. God, everybody wants Tet, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't know, man. I watched Tet, and I'm like, he's nice. Don't get me wrong, he's definitely nice. I'm like, I don't know that he comes into the organization and basically changes the offense. To be honest with you, I mean, he's nice, but if you're telling me Ted's going to make more of an impact than an edge guy would, I gotta say I don't. I don't know if that's the case. I think an edge guy is going to have more of an impact than Ted would, just based on the scheme. But the Panthers have been going crazy with the free agency, so we'll see what happens. Super Kupp has passed his prime. It looks that way. And he never really even had, he had a prime triple crown, right? It was just hurt, healthy, hurt, healthy, hurt, healthy. Just unfortunate, man. We got Amari Cooper. Amari's nice. Amari's definitely nice. He's getting up there in age, though, isn't he? So if you look at the number one, I don't. He's been around for a minute, I think. Let me see. Yeah, he's 30 now, guys. He's 30. He got drafted, 2015? Yeah, it's been 10 years. I don't think Cooper's going to be that guy anymore. I think he's going to be kind of like, Hopkins, who went to Kansas City last year. I don't like Amari's him anymore. Maybe, but for our drafts like last year, we could be contenders for the NFC Championship. Well, let's slow down a little bit. Let's slow down a little bit. Worst run D, yeah. Worst run D by far. It wasn't even close. Will Johnson. Let me see. Talking cornerback, I like the cornerback, but again, are you taking cornerback over edge guy right away, Damon? I don't know. We've signed some. Let's look at this real quick. We've signed some D-line. Bobby Brown in the middle, Tershon in the middle. You got Derek Brown. I'll do some research on Patrick Jones, but I still think we need some young guys at the edge position. Trade down to Seahawks for 8-57, 18-50. Back and/or safety. Trade down. I don't know. I think they're gonna be more aggressive. I think last year they realized a couple of mistakes they made. I think this year they're gonna play way more aggressive. You see how aggressive they're trying to be. They want to go get Milton Williams too from the Eagles, and then lost him to the Patriots because the Patriots have a stupid amount of cap. You saw that. If you haven't seen, the Patriots are making crazy moves. They're going insane, and so they came in, swooped Milton. But the Panthers, man, look at everything they've done. Right? I think. Let me read this comment real quick. Sam Martin was today. Christensen, Corbett was a few days ago. Tremble a few days ago. Dalton was a week ago. But all of this was in the last 48 to 72 hours. The Panthers are going crazy right now in free agency. You got to draft, end of next month, I think, a month and a half from now. You got to think they're going to be just as aggressive there, too. I like where we are, to be honest with you. I like where we are. Let's see what else we got. I heard Patrick Jones is better than Wanham when we got him. The Patrick Jones, I was out. I didn't see this even signed, to be honest with you. Patrick Jones. Panthers get Patrick Jones from the Vikings. So he was he with Wanham too in Minnesota? Let me see. Okay. He's 26. All right, I'm okay with that. 7 sacks last year. Not bad, not bad. Let's see. He's 4 years in the league. Career high last year. Played 16, 17, and 15 games. All that looks good to me, man. All of that definitely looks good. Let's see. To have those outside corners be locked down would be huge. I agree. I still think we need one more to play the slot, unless they're gonna have Shaw Smith Wade play it. And I mean, Shaw's not bad. He's just I don't know. Because he played outside corner in college, and they want him to come in and play slot in the NFL. And to me, that's almost a position change. For those that don't know, if you played outside corner in college, then you're come play the slot in the NFL against some of the fastest people in sports. It's just different. Your foot, I mean, everything is different. The angles, the footwork, the depth. I mean, not saying Shaw can't do it, but man, that's a whole different position. And I'm shocked the Panthers are essentially putting him in that position, but it is what it is. I think that trade down would be good for four picks, first 3 rounds. It just depends on who gets drafted. Damon, you like Princely at it's Ole Miss, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. He was at Florida originally. Princely, I've heard back and forth on him. Let's see. Yeah, Ole Miss. To me, he's got a ton of potential. If I had to put him in a category for people to understand, I'd consider Princely kind of like Leggett. Stupid amount of potential. I think he's still raw after watching him, but he's got a stupid amount of potential. Offseason picks over Pats. Yeah, I mean, they're up there. They're definitely up there. What's going on, Dark? Definitely edge in the second. So who are you taking in the first round, Dark? Yeah, they let the safeties go, which I'm so glad they did. I think they're keeping Damani, I would assume. But yeah, the safeties are gone. And they had to. I mean, it was just pathetic. No one did anything. Make sure that new players can be prepared to help Bryce Young. Yep, that's the plan. I don't know, but Vikings fan, he's good. Third down was better than the one we got. That's a good sign then. Let's see. Trade back in the first. Who would you get if you trade back, Matthew? Who are you grabbing later in the first, though? Right? Who are you grabbing there? Because I mean, if I look at the depth chart, I'm like, what do the Panthers need? Another receiver wouldn't hurt, to be honest, just because not that we don't have good receivers now, but just for depth purposes. For depth purposes alone, I think you have to add a receiver at some point. And that might be just through free agency, to be honest with you. O-line, I think we're set there for now. Not saying they won't add more pieces, but we're probably set there for now. Tight end. Do we get a tight end at some point? Do you draft a younger Tommy Tremble, Jatavion Sanders? Do we bring in another tight end? Quarterback, I think we're probably set there. They like Plummer. I think Jack and Dan do. So probably set at quarterback. Running backs, they're going to draft a running back. And then as far as defense, we got Derek Brown, LeBron Ray, and then nose tackle right in. It's like we drafted that. I mean, linebacker probably, to be honest with you. Shaq's gone. I don't love Clowney, to be honest with you. DJ, I mean, we got to get linebackers. Oh, we got to get linebackers. Especially on the inside. We got to get linebackers. Bad. I wouldn't be shocked if they draft a couple inside linebackers to back up Jewel. Not saying Tre'von isn't going to do his thing, but I really think you got to move Tre'von to the outside. I really do. The dude's a beast. The speed he has, the agility, elusiveness. I really think you got to move Tre'von to the outside. Not every package. I think on like 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, keep him in the middle. Allow him to read what's going on there. But on 1st and 2nd down, I mean, really contemplate it. Matthew Golden or Luther out of Missouri. Oh, man. That's a tough one because Luther had a lot of he had a lot of hype, and then I don't know what happened. That it fell off. You know what, Matthew Golden out of Texas. Oh, if you were to ask me before the season, I would probably say Luther, but now I'm leaning a little bit towards Matthew. I mean, Matthew's 5'11". How? Let's see. How tall is Luther? Let's take a look real quick. Luther he's 6 foot. He's got. I don't know that you can go wrong. I really don't know if you can go wrong, to be honest with you. He's from Texas. He's from Texas. I appreciate it, my guy. I want Kyle Williams from Washington. He is fast. Appreciate the donation, man. You didn't have to do that. I've never heard of Kyle Williams. Real. Let me see. Kyle Williams, Washington. Let's take a look. Let me put him in here so everyone can see real quick. Let me drop some things down. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Add a couple things real quick. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so Kyle Williams out of Washington. Let's see. Let's remove this. I think we've all seen who the Panthers have signed by now, so we'll remove that. And then we'll add Mr. Kyle real quick. All right, so Kyle, we got 5'11". All right, 4'4". He's quick. Good broad jump right there. All right. Senior. Okay. And then as far as NFL.com's kind of draft profile on him, let's see. 5th-year senior. Okay, so he's a little bit older. Never be tapped a shirt. All right, so they're saying he's not the best catcher. Separate deep, create big plays, which is what the Panthers need. Bring up the catch issue again. Let's see. Strength, they say sinks by press with good feet, smooth acceleration, very fast with vertical separation that comes easily. So he's all speed. All right, so routes feature excessive vertical. I mean, he looks good if he's there. It seems like he's one of those big play guys. And let me know if I'm right on this. But as far as what it looks like right here with the receiver, it looks like he's one of those big play guys. Not the best catcher, doesn't have the cleanest routes according to this. And I don't put too much stock into this, but if he's there, it wouldn't be a bad idea for the Panthers to take. Scadaboo would be the pick. Scadaboo's an animal. Pairing Jaycee with Will Johnson is scary. But when would you take? When is Will Johnson supposed to go? I guess, Damon. So when do you take that? Bosa to the Bills. Interesting. All right. I used to watch a lot of football. I should catch up seeing new football players this year. Yeah, I mean he's a dog. My fault. I was reading your comment. Yeah, I mean this is gonna be a whole new team. A whole new team. Look at his highlights he can catch. All right, I'll do a video. I'll do a video sometime this week. Or if I stream again next week, I'll add him to the list. Gamecocks look good is very good. He's a beast too. Highlights. We'll have to do highlights next week. So I'll make a post of anybody you guys want me to do highlights over. Because then YouTube will sometimes they'll stop the stream or then they'll like flag the video and then the rest of my videos it's a whole ass process. So that's the only reason I'm not doing highlights right now, because then it down the road it's a struggle having to deal with everything like that. So I'd rather get all of it at once, make sure I get the videos right so I don't get in trouble, right? And just do it all right next week. So just next week, plan on a live stream and we'll look at everybody. Kyle Williams, we'll look at Will Johnson, we'll look at Pierce, we'll look at Pearsley, and go from there, to be honest with you. Will Moehrig play strong or free. Say, Palm, I thought he was going to play free, but then I started reading more and more. Everyone's saying he's going to play strong, which to me I'm okay with, because that's what everyone from the Raiders kind of fan base and that whole thing. They said he's a beast if you put him in the box. So I looked at some of his highlights. They had a few of him making open field tackles on the running back. Nothing crazy like back in the day, Palomalu, Ed Reed type stuff, right? Nothing quite like that. I think those safeties are probably gone, but still good open field tackles. So Moehrig, yep. Everyone's getting highlights. I mean, that's true, Corbin, but when you're looking at the highlights, right, it's what do you see? Right? Do you see consistency beating a DB off the snap? Do you see an out route and in route? Do you see versatility? So when you're watching the highlights, yes, everything looks good. Are you seeing an over the shoulder catch, behind the back? What are you seeing with this? Safety over the top, safety underneath. That's what you want to look at when you look at highlights. I see him as more in the box safety. Yeah, he's a little bit smaller, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Let me pull him up. Tre'von. I think he's a little bit smaller, but man, everybody wanted him. Everybody wanted him. So let's see. 20. I say 6'2", 203. So I mean, he's got height, but 203. Damn, dude must be fit as hell, to be honest with you. Tre'von's a new safety from Vegas. Yep. You're good. Let's see. Why did Will? I'm not even sure that is, to be honest with you. Will Fries. Oh, he's a guard. He got paid. I guess he must be pretty good from the Colts. So, like I said, guys, I'm gonna make a post next week, and I'll get highlights ready for anybody you guys want to see. Will Johnson. We got the guy from Washington, Pierce. We got all that. Other than that, I think that's probably going to wrap it up for the stream today. I got to go make some dinner real quick. But, I mean, the Panthers, actually, there's one more thing I want to pull up real quick. One more thing. Let's go. Can we pull up? Perfect. Exactly one to pull up right here. Well, to a point. Can I get it? Let's go. I want to go one more year back. All right. That's not what I want to do. Let's do. Is this going to work? I'm trying, y'all. I just want a list. Can I get a list somewhere? Perfect. Okay. Man, that took way longer than I had hoped. Okay. So to just give you reference on how different this organization is, let me get a couple of different. Let me go. I gotta get one more thing real quick, guys. I gotta find one more thing because I want to give you just clarity on the difference in this organization we have now versus 2 years ago, give or take. So give me one more second real quick. Let's see. Is it? Nope, not there. That's not going to quite do what I want. Let's do. Let's do this right here. All right. So now we're back. I do see all the comments. Appreciate them all. Let's go image file. Stuck that one up. All right, that was 2024. Which one's that? All right, that was 23, and then is this year's? Let's see. Nope, that's not this year's. Give me 1 sec, y'all. Sorry, that's taking me a little bit longer than I had hoped. Okay, I think we're good. All right, we're good right here. So this was what, 2 years ago, 2023. The one right before, I think, when they drafted Bryce Young. Right. So this is who they brought in. Let's get over this. Let's go over this real quick. Tuttle, 3-year, 19.5. Von Bell, after he kind of fell off, which is, you see the safety deal, 3 years, 22.5. I don't know how much that was actually guaranteed. I'd assume probably 14, 15 maybe. Andy Dalton to back up Bryce Young, fine. Hayden Hurst. To me, he doesn't fit the offense that Frank Reich was going to run, but to each their own. Miles Sanders, Deshaun Williams, Justin McCray, Adam Thielen, probably the best signing out of this whole class, to be honest with you. You got DJ Chark. You got Hill. I thought Hill was decent for $1 million, to be honest with you. Eric Rowe and Bird. To me, the best signing by far is Adam Thielen. And it's not even, it's not, but this is how bad it was. I don't even want to go back to the previous year. I don't want to do that. But you compare that to, I added the wrong one. So let's just go back to last year. Last year, it was a huge upgrade just from the year before that. You know, Josie, DJ, Robert Hunt, Damian Lewis, Ashawn Robinson. To me, last year was an upgrade. Now, there are still a lot of red flags on this one, too. Whether it's Deontay, whether it's Caleb Vaughn, Nick. I mean, there are still some red flags. All right. Not saying that this year right here. Let's see. Is it this one? Not saying that this class won't have red flags, but you look at it and you actually see what's going on, Baron. You see a difference between this class, all right, and this class in 2 years. And the difference is they're actually spending money, right? Because if you look right here, I mean, Tuttle at 3-year, $19.5 million. He's not getting all that 19.5. You look at that, probably 14 guaranteed, maybe 15, but my guess is probably lower than 15. So they spent 15. Same thing with Von Bell, probably 15. Andy Dalton definitely wasn't 10 million guaranteed, right? Hayden Hurst, same thing. Hayden Hurst didn't even have to play. He didn't even play after week 7, week 6. Miles Sanders, we saw what happened there. Deshaun Williams on a 1 year, $1 million. 1 year, $1 million basically. Thielen got paid what? He got paid just as much as Miles Sanders. Thielen was the first most expensive guy. And just to give you reference, if I'm not mistaken, this is when just to give you reference, this is when they signed Bryce Young. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. This is the class they brought in when they signed Bryce Young. I think this is it. Yeah, Hayden Hurst was the tight end. Sanders was the running back. You had Von Bell to safety. You had Hill at the linebacker. DJ Chark was one of his receivers. That's not even the crazy part is they also traded away DJ Moore. You trade away DJ Moore, and this is who you bring in. I mean, this to me is just absolutely insane. You brought in Adam Thielen, who's done his thing. Right, Adam Thielen's done his thing, but I think he was what? Let me double check on it. He was what, already 32 at the time, wasn't he? I know a lot of us were like, really? That's who you bring in? You trade DJ Moore, you bring in Adam Thielen. He's 34 now, so he was probably 32. You bring in Adam Thielen, who's 32. You got DJ Chark, who has had just unfortunately an injury-plagued career. And that's what you give Bryce Young after trading away DJ Moore. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, DJ Chark the year before, he had 174, 1,700 yards, 154, 500. I'll put it in there so you guys can see. This is who they brought in to be Bryce Young's weapon. All right, let's. I don't know if I got another one or not. Let's see. Right, you see DJ's numbers right here. This is who they brought in. Look at his yards. So Carolina signed him here. 2 years before Carolina signed him, he had 100 yards. The next season, he had 500 yards. That was it. Games, 4-11 the last 2 years. So, I mean, you guys see the difference in the classes versus 2 years ago versus this year. Right? Offensive line help, took care of the defense right away. I mean, night and day difference. So with that being said, that's going to wrap it up. Like I said, I'm going to make a post soon. Basically, drop any players you guys want me to go over. We'll have those all ready for the next live stream. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Panthers Devices out. Video coming tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. Take it easy, guys. Peace.